Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are here with the full throttle racing at Grand Valley for round 7, 8, and 9 of the next generation touring cars revival season. And it's been a stonker so far. I don't think the pilots out there are enjoying the new vehicle. They've moved over from using the Atenza Group 4 to the Renault Megane Group 4, and yeah, a couple of the guys are feeling it's a twitchy car, a very twitchy car. So it's been a fun season for us though, with these guys trying to master what they have below them. I'm not sure if we're into qualifying at the moment or if this is just a practice. I've come in late. I watched qualifying, then went for a fag, and then I was behind in qualifying as well, to tell you the truth. I was trying to fast forward through the slow bits. But I'm here now, and I'm raring to go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just flicking up the chat to see if I fucking find a table. There's been a lot of bants of late, so I've got to go high if I want to try and find a table. He goes high, he always goes high. They're going to have 3 races. They have to use a hard tyre at least one of the 3 races in this event. They're not allowed to keep choosing the same tyre, the same race each time. They're not allowed to use the hard tyre in the first race every time. And again, I have gone so high, I still can't find a table. So maybe there wasn't one this week. I know his laptop is brand new. Oh, no, that's tyres. Yeah, all right then. We'll just go into the... Oh, hang on, I found something. That might be just round 1. Hang on. Points after Monza. Was we at Monza last week? We must have been. Vodka Rob in the chat saying, good evening, sir. Well, hello. Right then. The championship then. Edwards is at the top on 108 points. Schauler is in second on 84 points. McEwen is third on 77 points. New is fourth on 74 points, sorry. Piper is fifth on 63 points. Graham is sixth on 60 points. Willow is seventh on 60 points, with Sharp in 8th on 57 points, Ellis in 9th on 38 points, Roderick in 10th on 37 points, Welsh is 11th on 18 points, McIntosh is 12th in 13 points, and Spate yet to score in 13th. The teams, Redstone are at the top with 161 points, PMR is in second on 134 points, eBay third on 120 points, Ginsters is fourth on 108 points, Pertec is fifth on 97 points, AMD is sixth on 51 points, and Rocket are 7th on 18 points. That's the table out of the way, and now they're getting themselves out there to qualify, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham then in the car store. He's going qualifying on the medium tyres. Groot also on the mediums, which is a good show for what they're going to be starting the first race on. Mediums, Sid on the mediums. Now we have the original John risking the hards for the first race. Evil Dragon on the medium tyres. We've had a spin down here somewhere. I'm sure we saw someone facing the wrong way. St. Dash is starting on the medium tyres. McEwen, I think that may have been the spin. He's got a bit of damage at the front end of his car. He's on the medium tyres. We've got Adam also qualifying on the mediums. Ghost of Leon qualifying on the mediums. Jokerman on the mediums, and JW is also qualifying on the mediums. So only one of them out there risking the hards, and Groot, after a strong showing in the last 3 rounds, out there ahead of the game. Some would say he's given the toe, but Groot says he's just giving it big balls. So Groot then coming to finish his outlap, and we'll stick with it for the flying lap, and then we'll have a look around as the positions change. So Groot taking us around a lap of Grand Valley here before the first race in his first run in qualifying. Around the first hairpin, a little dab of the wall there as he reaches the bridge. A breach on the bridge, you may say. And again, this section of corners going downhill, making your car very, very unsettled. Unsettled could be a word for it. And you really do feel like you're descending into the gates of hell as you're coming down these bits, trying to keep that floor, the accelerator floored as best as you can and circumnavigate around these corners. Groot at the moment looks like he's giving up a bit of time to E. Graham. E. Graham looking like he's drawing a little closer to the Redstone Renault. And Groot at the moment, he's kind of the guinea pig out there. He's the first one to do the flying lap and see where the grip is. Coming around now, and the back end nearly stepping out on him. And now he's giving a really nice toe to E. Graham behind him. But then there's nothing can be done about that unless he slows down and lets E. Graham through. And then he'll be giving up his lap. So he grew up this hill bit, very, very tricky place. We're going to see some spins there, I'm sure, in the race. It's very tricky to get side by side into that area. And then over the final bridge up to the tunnel. Before you start your long straight to the finish line. Groot at the moment hasn't put a foot wrong. There's been a little step out here and there, a little knock with the wall. But overall, quite a steady lap. Not a bad banker, one would say. And there we go then. Groot being beat by E. Graham and Sid straight away. And Evil Dragons also popped it in there in second place. Oh, someone just disappeared in front of us. Original Jaunt. And I don't know if that put Evil Dragon on, but he got a bit of a wiggle on there. So Sid is the fastest out there so far in the Ginsters. And then we have Adam, second fastest in that first run. McEwen, third fastest. Slowly climbing back on top here. We've got Jokerman, fourth fastest after the first run. Then we have Evil Dragon, the fifth fastest, with JW getting it up there for the Pertec team. In sixth place, E. Graham. Seventh, we saw he was quite fast at the beginning. Dash as well, eighth. And then we've got the Groot, who's pulled over to let all the traffic through, in ninth. The Original Jaunt having a break in the pits on those hard tyres. He feels it's not worth doing the qualifying. And the Ghost of Leon having a very tough first lap. So Sid at the moment being chased by, I don't know who that is in second place. I mean, in second on the road behind Sid. It must be E. Graham. It is, so E. Graham slotted in behind the pole sitter. Maybe to pick up another toe. We'll follow him around a little bit. Ground running, getting a nice toe up the straight, staying well within. This was only 1.2. He was not going for a lap. Maybe he was just going for a lap this time, getting a nice toe up the straight behind our pole sitter. McEwen goes faster up into second place now. As you can see, the Renault wants to run away with it. And Jokerman also going faster, but I'm not seeing where he is. Fourth, I imagine. So that's the only one I can't really see. There you go. Oh, there's a redstone pointing the wrong way there. Oh, there's cars going left, right, and Chelsea here. I told you, it's that sort of track. So Sid at the moment getting purples. He's on pole position. Ghost of Leon goes faster. And is still not able to knock the Original Jaunt down a position. He's being harassed and harangued by a Pertec driver there. Sid looks like he's eased off this one, is he? And let E. Graham through. E. Graham down in seventh. Now he's got no one to give him a tow. You've seen he was trying to get a good pull off of the Ginster's car ahead of him. And he's half a second up on his time, but he's 1.5 seconds shy of pole position. So this will elevate him somewhat, but it's not a pole run for sure. And again, you can see the fight with the Renault is real as they get up and over the hill. And Graham then trying to floor it for this final part. Foot fully down towards the line and seeing if he can gain on that half a second that he had up at the last sector. And he crosses the line, 6/10, up to 4th though, up to 4th. That's not bad, it's respectable. 8/10 off of Sid's time. Who's chasing him now? McEwen coming up to the line. His time, he must have been the one we saw facing the wrong way. Jokerman putting it up into 3rd now. And Groot getting another good time. And that's put him as high as 8th, ahead of St. Dash, who is 9th. St. Dash just starting a lap here. We'll hang around and see where the Dash is. 1.6 off of the pole. And he's only got to find 2.5 tenths to try and jump Groot ahead of him. And we saw what a huge difference for Graham. Just half a second up, but he's down on his own time now in the eBay Renault. And so St. Dash struggling here at Grand Valley with the car combo and track. And I saw in the chat they said they don't come here that often. So I bet the track feels quite fresh to these guys. As the Dash tries to get a little more time out of the tarmac, but he's struggling at the moment. He was down on his own time in the last sector. He's pulled a bit back, but not a lot. It's unlikely he's going to find that 0.2.5 seconds on Groot ahead of him. And it looks like it's going to be a tough first race for STD Ash at the moment. As he comes through to the end of the lap, maybe he'll pull something back. Maybe he's had a bit of a shocker in the final sector on both his runs. Maybe he'll find some time on himself. The flag's out already, so he's got to have found some time because this is the end. And STD Dash then up to the line, 6th. He did have a shocking back one. Jokerman also going faster in 3rd, but the Dash, look at that, pulling himself up to 6th. Sid is done. He's on pole at the moment. McEwen coming down the straight, but he's not going any faster. So McEwen looks like it's 2nd for him and no better. And Jokerman then, he's grabbed himself 3rd. Adam is finished, he's in 4th. Graham is finished, he's in 5th. The Dash getting himself up to 6th there right at the end. Evil Dragon in 7th, he's done. JW is done, he's in 8th. And we have Groot in 9th, he is done as well. Original Jaunt in the pits on hard tyres. And Ghost of Leon looks like he's on an outlap. So Ghost of Leon struggling around here, finding it hard to find time on the rest of the crew. 7.5 seconds off is quite a big one. I'm sure he's going to iron it out in the first race. He's trying to take a little practice here with his outlap before the flag, before the session stops. Oh, big slide on there. And he's coming around to the line there, so he's got an extra lap out of that one. A bit of practice, see where he's losing the time. And so your lineup, a huge one for the Sid there, ladies and gentlemen. Edwards, where is he in the table? He's been doing some good racing, hasn't he? If I remember rightly, I've lost the table. He's gone all the way up there. My apologies. But yeah, Edwards getting pole position. Great start to his rounds. And McEwen back on top again on the front row. And McEwen, he seems to have struggled. I think not so much struggled the first round, first 3 rounds, and then in the second one, I think he was getting pinged a lot. So Sid there on pole position, great job, well done. Almost half a second faster than the rest of the field. McEwen in second. Jokerman getting third with 7/10 off the pole. Adam in fourth, 8/10 off the pole, as well as E. Graham. Their times very close indeed. STD Dash at the end there is sixth. 1.2 seconds off a pole with Evil Dragon, also 1.2 seconds off pole in 7th. JW in 8th, 1.2 seconds off of pole, very tight between those guys. Group's 1.3 off pole, with 10th going to the original Jaunt, who's 2.1 seconds off a pole, and Ghost of Leon in 11th with a 2:04. Ghost of Leon, there's time to find there is time to find for sure. Right then, they're lining up, ladies and gentlemen, without delay. We shall get down to the action. They're just waiting for the lights to come on. It's a long pause. Their tyres will be getting cool as they sat on the grid. The lights are on, and we are go here at Grand Valley for round 7. And it's a great start for Sid, but McEwen coming in hot and fast, ladies and gentlemen. McEwen also having a great start, but he's tucked up behind the leader. Now he's trying to get the move done around the outside. Sid, though, still holding strong, and that's put McEwen offline, and Adam snuck one through in the eBay car as Jokerman there remains in third. Then we've got 4 wide. This is going to get disastrous if they don't sort themselves out soon. The car's not quite up to temperature, the tyres, and the cars will be very sliding around if they get themselves all bunched up in the corners, as we can see. And there's a lot of movement. Adam still in second. E. Graham's moved up and into third place now, with McEwen in fourth. Still very tight. The Renault still wobbling around under the pressure of the corners. Jokerman dropping down into fifth place, with Evil Dragon in sixth, with the St. Dash having a look up the inside, but there's nothing going on there. Grew in eighth ahead of JW, with the original Jaunt on those hard tyres in 10th, and Ghost of Leon finding his feet. No, wrong one. There, Ghost of Leon still with the pack though. Sid pulling away from the Adam at the moment, and McEwen stuck down in fourth. Shocks all around the stadium. Sid absolutely laying it out there for everyone to see. He is flying, ladies and gentlemen, and he is unstoppable. He's an unstoppable machine today, and no one is standing in the way of him and a win here. Adam in second, and E. Graham then in third, with McEwen fourth. Then we've got Jokerman slipping to fifth. We know the times are very tight between some of these guys. Evil Dragon in sixth. He'll only ever go faster. Is this a move then between McEwen and Jokerman? Jokerman looking like he wants to make a move on the red stone car. But backs out of it because Evil Dragon is in the periphery as well. We've got Sid out there in the lead, with Adam chasing him down. E. Graham in third. Then we've got McEwen in fourth. We've got Jokerman under pressure now from Evil Dragon. Evil Dragon late breaking it into the hairpin, trying to go around the wall of death, but it's not on. And Jokerman reclaims that fifth place and stays ahead of the Dragon. STD Ash there in seventh, with Groot chasing him down. Groot making his way up past JW in ninth. The original Jaunt staying with him quite nicely on those hard tyres, and Ghost of Leon slipping back. Not familiar with the track, I would think, or the car. So Sid at the moment 1.5 seconds ahead of the Adam. Adam half a second ahead of E. Graham, but he is pulling away. McEwen 7/10 behind E. Graham. His problem is Jokerman at the moment. Jokerman all up and in his busyness. And McEwen having to get defensive on this lap, which means he cannot go on the attack of the guys ahead, although he's very close to E. Graham as they make their way around the tight corner to the right, now to the left, shake it to the left, to the right. step it up, it's all right. So Jokerman then in 5th. We're on board with chasing McEwen. You can see the leaders just ahead of him. E. Graham and Adam just about to get into a squirrel. They're dicing, ladies and gentlemen. Adam not wanting to give up that space. But E. Graham saying the toe is strong. Now, what's going to happen here? Adam on the inside. And he retains the position, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham tried to get around the outside. Adam give him just enough racing room to get manoeuvre but not make the pass. And now E. Graham has got to worry about the McEwen and Jokerman combo that are coming in very fast indeed. Evil Dragon in 6th. Closing in on those guys, but finding the back end of the Renault a little bit of a handful. E. Graham right in the trail of Adam. This is great news for Sid, who's now 2.5 seconds ahead of these guys as they fall over each other. Sid is on a flyer. He had a squirrel out of that corner, a little wobble, but so far so good. Adam chasing him down, but E. Graham's on his 6, and McEwen also in with a shout as Jokerman sees an opportunity, and it doesn't exist though. It's not there. It's all in his head. Evil Dragon in 6th. Then we got Groot in 7th. He's moved ahead of the Dash. St. Dash now slipping down into 8th with JW harassing and haranguing him for that position. And then we have the original John doing a fantastic job on those hard tyres, staying with this little group of racers. As here we see JW going for the move on the Dash. It's not worked. St. Dash still holding position, but now JW has the inside. They come out the corner side by side. Behind him you can see the original John struggling for grip, and JW does not execute the take. Then Ghost of Leon has gone. He's gone, ladies and gentlemen. It was not for him. Sid then is leading this one, 3 seconds from Adam, who has E. Graham knocking on his door. Banging. And McEwen's coming hot and fast as well. Adam under immense pressure here, and McEwen slipped one up the inside of E. Graham, but E. Graham's not having that. He comes back against the McEwen, and Jokerman enjoying this from his point of view. But Adam at the moment is in 2nd, and he's being harassed, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham goes for a late break around the outside, but we've seen that does not work. The inside line is the better line there. E. Graham trying to get the overdrive out of the corner, but he does not get it, and Adam absolutely nailing it at the moment. The defensive driving and staying quite quick is unbelievable. Sid has pulled out another second on this group. Adam really is holding back the tidal wave and giving Sid an easy run to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham in 3rd, McEwen in 4th. A lot of frustrated pilots out there at the moment feel they can go faster and get by, but it's just a little too tricky here in this section. Evil Dragon, they want to save it down that straight. And here we go then. Jokerman's gone for a move on the McEwen, and he's made it happen. He has made it happen. McEwen down into 5th then, and Evil Dragon next up for funds. And E. Graham then wants to stay as close as he can to Adam through this core section and try and stay on his tail on the start finish straight to get the toe into the first corner. And E. Graham, I imagine, getting quite frustrated behind the eBay Renault. Further back, Groot in 7th ahead of JW. The original Jaunt is up ahead of the Dash. The Dash is getting worse and worse for him. But so far, Adam, this is the start straight. We're talking about E. Graham with the toe. This is it, do or die now. We're halfway through the race, 5 laps of 10. E. Graham going for that outside. Adam defensive as ever, and we know the inside. Oh, he's not close enough. Wasn't close enough. Adam absolutely laid it to bear there. Late braked into the corner and managed to keep the position ahead of E. Graham. But all of this pressure is good. A man is bound to crack at some point. Jokerman in 4th with McEwen 5th, and Evil Dragon now in the mix. A tight little quandary here, and they are closing in to that podium battle ahead. Groot some 5 seconds adrift of the Dragon, but only 6/10 ahead of JW, who has intentions, ladies and gentlemen. So Sid then driving however he wants to, because he's got a 4-second lead at the moment. Adam pulling away a little bit from E. Graham, giving himself a little bit of wiggle room. Joker Man pulling that move on the reigning champion. An Evil Dragon closing in on this group. It's fantastic. Sid on a flyer. Adam having to be the most defensive driver out there. Oh, he's had a knock with the barrier there. I thought I saw him right up the curb and rub the barrier, and that's put E. Graham right into the hot seat as Evil Dragon nearly loses the rear derriere of his Renault. He's still got hold of it though, it's still going. E. Graham then, looking up the inside as that put him on the wrong foot for Joker Man. Joker Man could close in and take all here. No, it's still E. Graham on the attack. E. Graham alongside Adam, and E. Graham now, after 6 laps of trying, has found his way past number 2 driver, eBay driver, and he's going for the move around the outside, but no, E. Graham and Joker Man slips through, and Adam misses out on 2 spots there. That's how tight it is for that podium battle, and McEwen just right up of Adam's chuff now. Adam really has to just settle down, regroup and go back on the attack, as E. Graham then is now under fire from Joker Man. We've got a 4-way battle, ladies and gentlemen. Joker Man onto the dust, but it's okay. He's retained decorum. E. Graham sliding around in the Renault. Joker Man giving him a little love punt from behind to say, come on, let's get a move on. We've got a Adam and a McEwen behind us, and behind them is an Evil Dragon. It's crazy stuff. And E. Graham now feeling what that pressure was that Adam had to hold. And McEwen going for a move on the Adam. Not quite there though. Not quite there. He's trying though. He's clinging onto the Renault, sending her in all kinds of ways. And Adam really has had it today, hasn't he? He's had everyone throw something at him. And now McEwen is up alongside, as Adam looked like he had went up on the curb a little bit, lost a bit of time through that corner. And now McEwen on the inside maintains the position, and Adam down another spot. He is not going to be happy about that, with Evil Dragon queuing up for a bit of that action. Sid out there in the lead by 6 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham in second, with Joker Man in third, McEwen in 4th, with Adam now in 5th, and we've got Evil Dragon in 6th. Evil Dragon wants a piece of Adam. Oh, poor Adam. They are going through him like a train, ladies and gentlemen. Choo choo. And Evil Dragon then slicing and sliding around behind the Adam at the moment, but Adam now coming back, a resurgence from Adam, going on the attack of McEwen here, as E. Graham is behind Joker Man, so Joker Man finding his way through, and now E. Graham down into 3rd place, and Joker Man gets to be the one in control. Oh, E. Graham nearly loses the car, loses the positions, but keeps the car, and slots in behind Adam, who he was chasing earlier in the race. And now the order has changed, ladies and gentlemen. Sid leads with Joker Man in 2nd, and McEwen now in 3rd, with Adam in 4th, E. Graham in 5th, ahead of his teammate Evil Dragon. And I told you there would be thrills and spills, ladies and gentlemen. This is the track for that. 7th for Groot, JW in 8th. We've got the St. Dash in 9th. He's got ahead of the original jaunt, and those hard tyres struggle to get anything out of them as Sid flies, and these are all fight. So Joker Man, McEwen, Adam, and then we've got E. Graham looking to get another move done on the Adam. He said, I've done it already once this race, I can do it again. Adam trying to stay in there, and Adam does hold it. No, a little bit of contact there. A little bit of contact from E. Graham and Adam, putting Adam down into 6th. and nothing for us to judge, ladies and gentlemen. Could have been racing, hardly saw it. Adam, though, would probably say different. In 6th place with Groot in 7th. Adam now maybe in trouble here from the Groot with a 57.8 last time around. Adam in the 59s, but that's because he was in amongst all of that racing. JW in 8th, St. Dash in 9th, and the original John going into the pits. He's done. There's only 2 laps to go. Sid, though, out there in the lead, flying with Jokerman in 2nd place. We've got McEwen in 3rd. We've got E. Graham and the Evil Dragon fighting it out for 4th and 5th here. And Evil Dragon has been around in the periphery this whole race, waiting for an opening. Could this be it? Adam 2.5 seconds away from that battle that he used to be in, and Groot closing in 7th place. McEwen then, Jokerman pulling away from McEwen. E. Graham trying to close back in on the McEwen. Sid has absolutely dipped, ladies and gentlemen. A 56.5, fastest man on the track, and I think we found didn't Sid have like a flyer at the last round? He's like one race around, he's gonna just absolutely own it. So Sid flying at the moment with Jokerman in 2nd, McEwen in 3rd. We've got E. Graham in 4th. He's very closely followed by his teammate, though, Evil Dragon, who you still feel could try and get a move done on E. Graham. Adam at the moment now starting to pull back away from the Groot. And Groot's just over 1 point, or he's nearly 2 seconds now away from the JW. And St. Dash there, less than a second behind JW. Original John pulled up into the pits. And Sid then crosses the line to start his penultimate lap, with Jokerman just behind 7 seconds. But he's 1.8 seconds ahead of McEwen now. It's going to be tough for McEwen to try and make an attack on that 2nd spot. He's going to be looking more in his mirrors as E. Graham is less than a second behind him. And E. Graham at the moment is absolutely flying, bringing his teammate along for the fun of it. And McEwen then finding himself all alone with no Groot in sight to help out. Adam, Adam, oh my word, what can you say about Adam? He absolutely fought like a lion. His elbows were out in every corner. He defended everything, but in the end, I just think him and E. Graham was alongside each other in a corner in E. Graham's car. It's been looking very slidey, as we've seen in the corners, and I just think it was an unfortunate slide from E. Graham's car that put our boy Adam a little bit off the track. And now Adam done well, really, not to lose more than the couple of positions that they lost. Groot 2.8 seconds now. He cannot match Adam's pace, and Adam easily pulling away from the Groot, with JW 2.5 seconds shy of Groot, and now in the danger zone of the Dash. St. Dash now closing in that small space between himself and the JW. And JW then just trying to stay on course and stay ahead of the eBay car as the eBay car slides around the corner. And it is rather impressive, these cars, I must say. Sid then leads the way. He started his final lap 7 seconds ahead of Jokerman. Jokerman's got 2 seconds on McEwen as he starts his final lap. McEwen's got 6/10 on E. Graham. E. Graham still a danger to McEwen's podium here. E. Graham's got scores to settle. He wants a podium. He needs a podium. Having a terrible round last time out. I think he even left. And so he wants to get some points on the board, some healthy points, should I say, and a podium. Nothing healthier than a podium to start your rounds off. And McEwen at the moment trying to keep E. Graham at bay. And they are matching each other's speed. E. Graham seems to be a little bit quicker. Evil Dragon in 5th, losing sight of his teammate. Adam closing in 1.1 seconds, but he's got no time. He's got no time to catch up on the Dragon now. And it might all be a little too late for Adam as he closes in. Groot in 7th. He's got nice healthy gap between Dash, and Dash has got past JW and the original Jaunt back out on track. And it's Sid then coming through the tricky par, 7.6 seconds. Very impressive there from the Sid. E. Graham can't get any closer to McEwen. And it's looking like that is done there for this race. McEwen doing just enough to secure that podium. And Jokerman some 2 seconds ahead. And there's nothing doing there for E. Graham at the moment. So here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man of the moment, the myth, the legend. It is Sid then, crosses the line with the win. Superb stuff. Jokerman grabbing himself 2nd place. Fantastic driving with McEwen in 3rd, E. Graham grabbing 4th. We've got Evil Dragon in 5th, Adam in 6th, with the Groot in 7th, then St. Dash in 8th, and JW bringing it home in 9th. And the original Jaunt out there on the hards. At least he's got the hards out of the way. And if he found them hards undrivable, everyone's got to have a turn on them, ladies and gentlemen. In the next 2 rounds, we'll be seeing our pilots don the hard tyre. And if the original Jaunt is anything to go by, they're not good. So here he is, all in black, ladies and gentlemen. SCLD, the winner of round 7. Brilliant stuff there, brilliant driving, and got himself the win. Fantastic stuff. Right, grab that. Look at this. So there he is. He's got the fastest lap as well. Pole, fastest lap, and the win. He did all 3, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic stuff from SCLD. Sid, Jokerman in 2nd, back on form again. Great drive. And McEwen starting to get a taste for those podiums. They're coming in thick and fast now for the McEwen. Is this the start of his championship campaign? E. Graham in 4th. Could have been better. He had a bit of a to-do with Adam. And E. Graham then missing out on the podium. Evil Dragon in 5th with Adam in 6th. Groot finishing in 7th with St. Dash in 8th. We had JW Talks M Sport in 9th, ahead of original Jaunt, who was on the hard tyres, went into the pits to have a rest, and then came out and finished the race. And Ghost of Leon dipped, bounced, gunned it. So they're setting up the room for the next round, ladies and gentlemen. Another 10-lap race of Grand Valley. And that'll be round 8. We can have a look to see if anyone's cruising, but it doesn't look like they are. The sun looks like it's dipping. And Groot's gone for a set of wet tyres. So we're starting at 45, which is a couple of minutes. And they're getting themselves ready. The original Jaunt still on his hard tyres. He might want to change them. And the Groot fancies wet weather here at Grand Valley for the next race. Or maybe he just wants it to be a little bit more challenging. Maybe he doesn't find it challenging enough. And that's it. Happy Friday evening. This is live racing, ladies and gentlemen. This is happening as we see it. And I hope you have all had a fantastic week as we draw ever closer to the dreaded C word. The adverts have started. The decorations will be out soon. I've seen two houses decorated. Mark my words, if it isn't the 7th of November, and I went to the BP garage today and I saw two houses, one fully decked out, one with a reef, and one fully decked out from the outside, and I just thought, oh no, I've got a smart meter, I don't want to put any decoration. This is our first year with the smart meter, and the smart meter, we turned the heating on because it got quite cold. We thought, oh, let's turn we were electric heating, and we said, let's turn the heating on, and then we saw that smart meter go through the roof and was like, let's turn the heating off and be cold, that's fun. So yeah, this winter we'll be mainly wearing 2 jumpers around the house. So Christmas decorating, that Christmas tree lights being on all day, that'll burn out my smart meter. My smart meter will just melt. It'll say no. I don't think it's got that many digits on it to account for that. So we're going old-fashioned this Christmas. We're going to have candles in our tree. I think that's the way forward, don't you? So we're 1 minute away to stop this gibber jabbering that I'm going on about, my old Scrooge act. I've just downed the hot brew. It was good. It was very good. And do you know what? I thought I'd spilt it. I had the sensation as I was guzzling it down that spillage was happening, but as I touched myself, I'm dry, so there could have been no spillage there whatsoever. Right then, Sid and Evil Dragon are opting for some hard tyres. They want some hards on, but so far they are the only two. The original Jaunt has used his hard tyres this event, and Adam, I wonder if he's still steaming. I wonder if he is absolutely seething. E. Graham, he probably feels E. Graham, it wasn't a fair move, but I honestly think E. Graham didn't have that much control over what happened. So Sid starts on pole ahead of Joker Man, and Sid's on the hards, Joker Man's on the mediums. We've got McEwen on mediums, we've got E. Graham on mediums, hards for Evil Dragon, Adam on mediums, Groot on mediums, we've got mediums for Dash, mediums on the last 2 guys as well. The lights are on, we're ready to race here. Oh, I think there was a little jump start further back there. Maybe not, maybe they were just on the money there. Sid's off to a great start. Sid okay on those hard tyres. Joker Man will be wanting to get by early doors. He doesn't want to hang around and get stuck with Sid on a set of hard tyres. Sid at the moment though holding his own up amongst them, but Joker Man does move ahead as Sid then tries to manoeuvre himself around McEwen, just having a wee whiff of the air either side of the Sid. He knows he needs to get some action on the go early doors, and Sid going for a late break into the hairpin on the hard tyres and gets himself ahead of Joker Man there. Something special happening there in the cockpit of Sid's car, and 3 wide behind him as Joker Man nearly lost control, and they're trading paints now with E. Graham getting, well, I wouldn't say he's getting aggressive, but the cars are just sliding around. I don't think these guys have got much of control over these things as they're going through the corner, and Sid somehow, some way getting back that pole, that number 1 position on the hard tyres. Very impressive. Joker Man then in second with E. Graham in third. We've got Adam in fourth. Vodka Rob in the chat saying, I am still here. I've got toothache, so I can't concentrate on anything. Dude, there is nothing worse, is there? My gosh. Whiskey, I suppose. That's the only thing. Lots of whiskey to numb the pain. Sid then in the lead with Joker Man in second, E. Graham in third, and this is tight here with Adam tucked up behind him, also on board with Adam sat in fourth. We've got McEwen behind us by 6/10, but we are underneath, and Adam's like, yeah, you sat behind me for a load of laps, now it's my turn. Now he's having a look here as E. Graham not quite getting the toe on Joker Man. I don't know if Joker Man's got a bit more downforce on his car there, but Adam nicely getting by E. Graham in that corner. E. Graham then swinging it out wide to try and come back at the Adam. And yeah, Joker Man just didn't seem to be, he seemed to be going slow down the straight. And E. Graham falling foul of that, and now Adam has got himself up and into third position, with E. Graham having a look up the inside now. It's a real duo battle here with Adam and E. Graham absolutely duking it out. McEwen coming to join in the party. Jokerman at the moment still can't do anything about Sid on his hard tyres. Sid absolutely flying. He's making a mockery of the tyre rule, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute mockery of it, I tell you. Jokerman then in second, with E. Graham in third. Adam in fourth, with McEwen in fifth. The original Jaunt is up to sixth now, ahead of the Groot in seventh. We've got St. Dash in eighth, with JW in ninth. And Evil Dragon miles off of the pack on his hard tyres. Not doing as well as Sid, some might say. Sid then 2/10 ahead of Jokerman in one fields. This is it now for Sid. He cannot maintain this on the hard tyres with all of these cars behind baiting for him. And Jokerman then just clinging on to the rear derriere. No, he's not, is he? Sid's quite far ahead. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong cars. E. Graham's all up in Jokerman. It's Jokerman who just can't get the speed out. And E. Graham looks like he is ready to leap all over Jokerman now as they head up towards the first corner. But E. Graham still cannot pull the trigger of that overtake on Jokerman. Jokerman doing a solid job, and now they've closed in on the Sid. Sid had pulled out a little bit of space there, but now with only 2/10 behind, Jokerman, you feel, is going to try and make a move on the Sid at any point. Sid having to brake a little earlier than these guys on those hard tyres, and Sid running a huge risk with one of these coming up his El Punterino up the rear derriere. But Sid at the moment being defensive and trying to stay in the lead as he has some faster cars all up and in his busyness. Jokerman then in second, E. Graham in third, as we see McEwen and Adam duking it out as well. 3 wide, is it? 3 wide. Sid still maintains. The Jokerman got up alongside him. We've got a car sideways. OMG. Who was that? It's not Evil Dragon. E. Graham again. It's not going well for our boy E. Graham. He had something similar happen in Monza, I believe. Where is he? He's there. He's gone for a look up the inside. He's tried to get out of it, and the reigning champion helped him around there, ladies and gents. And not on purpose. His car looked like it was half going already. And then McEwen come round the corner and had a face full of E. Graham. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. There we go. Press that button to make it go away twice. So Sid leads still. Jokerman unable to get on the attack. Lap 3 of 10, and Sid is doing the impossible on those racing hard tyres, with Jokerman in second. McEwen now up and into third after he dispersed of E. Graham. Now we've got Adam flying up out on the outside with no toe. Original Jaunt now up to fifth. This is a great race for the Original Jaunt, making his way through the crowd today. Groot in sixth, being chased by the Dash. And then we have JW in eighth, and E. Graham on a recovery drive. He's got 6 laps to show us what he is made of, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how far he can take this, as Evil Dragon struggling on the hard tyre. Sid still leads, but not for much longer, because this looks like the move from McEwen, who's got himself ahead of the Jokerman. No, it's not. That is Jokerman. Sorry, I thought that was McEwen. But Jokerman still unable. Now he's found himself on the outside, and Sid still maintains the lead. Unbelievable stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is the stuff that legends are made of on the hard tyres, and Sid really showing them all how to circumnavigate the Grand Valley Speedway. Brilliant driving from Sid, it has to be said. And Jokerman just has no answers for the hard tyre cladded car ahead of him. McEwen in third, but Adams come in to be a nuisance to McEwen. McEwen already securing a podium today. Adam has not, and feels he deserves, he should have. So Adam then all up in, and then now here we go again. Sid having to deal with Jokerman again, having a little nibble, and Sid all getting through a lot better than Jokerman, and Jokerman's fallen back into McEwen's clutches now, and McEwen and Adam are having an investigation into Jokerman as Sid tries to break away. She's been doing an absolutely fantastic job so far in this race. These three giving each other a tow down the straight. The original John is closing into these guys. 59.0 from the original John last time around. Adam 58.2, 58.8, and McEwen has got himself up and ahead of Jokerman now. 58.4. Can he do a better job of getting past the Sid as Jokerman could? And Sid now, he says, send all of your challengers. I will take them all on. They're not coming past. McEwen going around the outside. Sid maintains again. Great stuff. So McEwen trying something a bit different, going the long way around, hoping his tyres give him some extra grip around the outside. And Sid somehow, some way, still clinging on to that lead with those hard tyres, and they are queued up behind him. They really are. The original John joining them as well, and Groot not too far behind these guys. Vodkrov saying I've got rum, so that's going straight in my coffee. Good call, thingy. And Vodkrov saying Ginster's giving it large. Go on, Sid. He's doing an amazing job. He really is. It's shocking. So Sid then still leads. McEwen, though, is giving him all the guns. All of the guns. Jokerman and Adam were side by side down that straight. And Adam, Adam has. He lost the rear derriere. And it looked like the Jokerman lost his derriere as well. In sympathy, McEwen still in second, still cannot chip away at the Sid. Unbelievable stuff unfolding ahead of us. Fantastic racing being displayed here by the Full Throttle Racing. Now Sid trying to break the toe. This is the first time we've seen Sid actually show some concern over the lead, and McEwen is alongside, and this could be it for Sid now. He's just got to try and stay up along with the McEwen into the corner out wide, and Sid's up. And Jokerman's through. Jokerman, Adam, original John, and McEwen lost it all. He threw it all into the middle of the table, ladies and gentlemen, cocky as a cocky thing, and said all in. And they all just went through him. Jokerman, Adam, and the original John all falling over each other, making Sid's life a little bit easier at the moment. And Sid really did look like he was worried about the reigning champion for a moment or two. And we're on lap 6 now of 10, and I still cannot believe Sid somehow is leading this race. Adam's turn now to try and get by, with Jokerman slipping back and into third place. The original Jaunt in fourth, and McEwen in fifth. Group not so far behind him in sixth place with the dash. Chasing him down in seventh, we got JW in eighth ahead of E. Graham, who he's come back. He's got the fastest lap so far this race, but his comeback has been wavered. We've still got 4 laps to go, so E. Graham has still got time to make an impression. Sid leads just from Adam, the eBay car, all up in the mirrors of the Ginsters, as Jokerman plays it cool, Rodney, against his teammate Original Jaunt just behind him. The Original Jaunt looking for a way through, and McEwen, he said played it cool to Rodney. It was Trigger, wasn't it? Play it cool, Trigger, play it cool. So Sid leads, and the rest follow. That is the way of Grand Valley, it seems. Adam and Jokerman trying to slice positions, but no, Sid's dropped the ball. Sid's made a mistake, and Adam is finally through with Sid in second place. Poor Sid went a little deep into the first corner, and now he is like a fly in the ointment. None of them want him around. He's in the way. And Adam could just break away here. Adam goes wide. Sid's got an opportunity to retake the lead, but he's not close enough. And Adam cannot afford to go wide too often now in the corners, not with Sid behind him. Jokerman, Original Jaunt and McEwen joint together, bumper to bumper, as Sid tries to get back that lead from the Adam. Adam at the moment, though, doing an absolutely amazing job in the eBay vehicle, and somehow staying ahead of the Sid. The Sid on those hard tyres, breaking the expectations of the tyres. Jokerman in third, Original Jaunt in fourth. Now the Original Jaunt under threat from the reigning champion McEwen coming through. Excuse me, I'm coming through. And there he goes, and the Original Jaunt looked like he tried to close that door, but it's a little too late, and McEwen already up and all over the Jokerman. Jokerman must have been making a small mistake through that corner, and Adam now is starting to bolt. He is bouncing. He is dipping, ladies and gentlemen. He is leaving the scene of the crime, and Sid is still defending like an absolute legend. He's the reincarnation of Tony Adams, ladies and gentlemen. Jokerman in third with McEwen in fourth. McEwen then having a look at Jokerman side by side as they come into the first corner. And oh my word, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was down to contact or what, but McEwen losing the car and slipping down the order, and E. Graham giving him a love tap as he comes through, trying to help him along on his way. So Sid in second. We've got the Original Jaunt into third now. So who was up there? Who was it as well? It was Jokerman. Jokerman down in ninth. So maybe Jokerman and McEwen fell over each other. And now Jokerman finds himself at the wrong end of the pack. Adam leads from the Sid with Original Jaunt there, who he had a taste of those hard tyres in the first race and was not a fan of them. But the Original Jaunt at the moment sitting in third place, Groot in fourth. So much action, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham on the way back up to fifth. Vodka Rob saying super close racing from the top five. It's amazing, wasn't it? And Vodka Rob saying, I can't believe how close the F1 sprint grid is. 15 cars within the same sector. Oh, was it? I watched it and I bailed pretty soon after they finished, go for a ciggy. But it's, yeah, sprint racing it. It's a sprint race. It's I don't know. It needs altering. They need to do something about it. It's not been that great this season. Maybe they should give them tyres that run out halfway through the race and tell them they can't pit. I don't know. They've got to do something. Because all it is it's just like watching the first stint. God, that last one, didn't we have safety cars all the way through it virtually? We got like about 6 good laps. Sid then under threat from the Original Jaunt. And the Original Jaunt there looking for second place against the Ginsters up the inside, and Sid, he can't do it in that corner now. They've found a way through. The Original Jaunt then up and into second, with Sid slipping down into third. He does have 2.5 seconds, and we're on the penultimate lap on the Groot, so he could be quite safe at the moment, Sid, with that podium. He's coming back at the Original Jaunt, though. The Original Jaunt's not having it. But Sid may have the ticket here on the inside line. He's got the key. He's got the secret. He's got the key to another place. I've got the key. So Adam then out there in the lead. The Original Jaunt fighting tooth and nail over that second place, with Sid giving it all the balls. All of them, the footballs, the tennis balls, the golf balls, they're all in the bag, and he's thrown them all at the track. The Original Jaunt, though, dealing with the pressure. Then we've got the Groot in fourth. We've got E. Graham up to fifth, fastest man on the tarmac. Then we've got McEwen in sixth on a recovery. St. Dash is up to seventh. JW is in eighth. Jokerman in ninth. With Evil Dragon there in 10th spot. Adam, though, is looking pretty good for the Adam, the first of us. Don't eat the apple, dude. Then we wouldn't be in all this trouble that we're in now, apparently. So Adam then down towards the finish line to start the final lap. God, I thought that was the final lap. He's on his final lap now, but it's looking like it's slam dunked all his way. Original Jaunt not shaking off the Sid. The Sid's still there. Back up into second for the Sid. And the Original Jaunt there thought the job was done, but Sid coming back for that second place. Amazing stuff from the Sid in this second race. He had a commanding win in the first race, but the way he has upheld himself with those hard tyres in this round 8, he's done amazing stuff. Sid then back up into second place, but the Original Jaunt knows it's not going to finish like that. If he puts in a bit of dedication and gets a nice can-do attitude, he'll get himself by the Ginsters on hard tyres. E. Graham up to fourth now. He's overtaken the Groot. So E. Graham absolutely flying. They thought he was down and out, but he's not. He's stronger than ever. Groot in fifth. We've got McEwen in sixth. We've got St. Dash in seventh. We've got JW in eighth. Jokerman in ninth. And Evil Dragon is 10th. So Adam then he's got a nice gap. He's got a nice gap now from the Sid and the Original Jaunt as they come through the last sector. And the only person who can lose this race for Adam is Adam, and he'll be very wise and careful not to do that as he brings it into the tunnel for one last time in this race. Down towards victory lane, ladies and gentlemen. He is going for gold. Adam takes the win of this round 8. Fantastic stuff. Sid somehow gets second with Original Jaunt in third. E. Graham fourth. Group fifth. McEwen in sixth. The Dash in seventh ahead of JW in eighth. Jokerman in ninth. And the Evil Dragon bringing it home for 10th place. We lost 2 guys. Did we have 12? No? Always 11. It was just that one guy. So what a drive from Sid, ladies and gentlemen. And Adam, in the end, there he is in a nice navy blue. Oh, hello, sailor. Uniform. Very nice. Well done. 5 positions there for Adam, and he fought for every single one of them. Great drive. Great drive to you, sir. So a quick look at those results as Adam takes the win ahead of the Sid and Original Jaunt coming home in 3rd place. What a great drive from the Original Jaunt there. And Sid, an extraordinary drive. E. Graham there in 4th with Groot. He did have a good comeback in the end, didn't he? He looked like he was down in 9th or so there on the 1st or 2nd lap, and we thought his goose was cooked, but E. Graham knuckled down and he cracked on and just shows what you can do. Up to 4th, ahead of Groot in 5th, McEwen in 6th. We've got the Dash in 7th, JW in 8th, with Jokerman in 9th, and Evil Dragon in 10th. Jokerman and McEwen, something happened there, God knows what. And we'll never know. Oh no, the Original Jaunt has left the building. Is that it? Is he done? Excuse me, he's got a podium and that's it. He's done a Rosberg. He's like, I've won, so I'm leaving. And the Dash then changing the room, ready for our 3rd and final race this evening. And Sid back onto the medium tyres. Going to be a few on there on the hards. Vodkarov saying, I hate sprint weekends. It's just too much F1, if you ask me. It's like being forced to watch the practices. And Vodka Rob saying, congratulations to Adam. Great drive from Adam. So they're revving themselves up, ladies and gentlemen, for their third and final race, starting at the quarter past. That's 7 minutes time then. You don't want to look at that again. Shall we see if there's someone going around? There is. Evil Dragon is. And shall we go for a nice little scenic look? Have none of the displays up. Just enjoy a man spending his Friday night sat at home with a beer, maybe, just playing in his sim. Doesn't get much better than this, ladies and gentlemen. A man at peace with himself. A man happy where he is. So Evil Dragon then crunching the Grand Valley here as we move towards the final race. And what a great couple of races we've had already at Grand Valley. I like Grand Valley. A lot of these leagues don't seem to add Grand Valley, thinking that it's not a patch on the old Grand Valley. Whether you are living in the past, my friends, because at the time when Oasis was around, they said they weren't a patch on the Beatles, and you know what? They were right. But Oasis was still good. Didn't mean they were bad. Just meant they weren't as good as the Beatles. That's okay, you know. So new Grand Valley, even if it's not as good as old Grand Valley, it's still a good track. It's still good fun. The elevation changes alone just are quite scary. The corners are challenging. It's a fun track, but you find a lot of these leagues don't like to add it. No, not good. It should have been Apricot Hills. Should have been the Grand Valley we used to have. Boo-hoo. Get over yourself. The world moves on, ladies and gents. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. Live in the present. So, lots of sim racing games coming up in November. None of us can afford because it's right before Christmas. So we're relying on the big fat guy in the red suit to help us out, I'm sure. But everyone's getting excited about Project Motor. I want to call it sport. I think they've missed something. They've called it Project Motor Racing or something like that. PMR. And it just doesn't jump out very well. I don't like those initials. I think they should have called it Project Motorsport. PMS. I'm going home to play with PMS. I can't come out tonight. I've got PMS. Can't come into work, sir. I've got PMS. So they've missed an absolute goal sitter there with the name of that game. But yeah, Project Motor Racing, and there's another one that they're getting all excited about. But it seems to be PMS that they're all getting themselves a little bit... Oh, and Vodka Rob saying he's read now that PMR isn't going to have VR support. Well, then they're not going to have my money then, are they? Oh, yeah. The stuff I was reading, it sounded all right. It sounded good. But they were going to have VR support at some point, but they haven't, apparently now. And they've got a spectator mode, but I will hold my breath to see what that spectator mode is. But yeah, so if it's got a spectator mode, I'll cover it when I can afford. I've got £1, I think, somewhere to start my savings fund. It's coming out this month, though, isn't it? It's coming out pretty soon. It'll be out before GT6. We know that. GTA 6, anyway. And Vodkrop saying, yeah, I'm not buying it until they get VR. VR is pretty damn good when you're playing racing games. I would rather play... Even if PMR is 30% better, which is not... I mean... Yeah, because they're using Unreal Engine, aren't they? They're using a better engine for graphics and physics. than Gran Turismo. So maybe but they say that about ACC, and I don't like the physics in ACC. I much prefer the handleability of Gran Turismo. I know it's a simcade, but I'm playing it for fun. I'm not playing it to be stressed out because the car is all over the place and I have to spend 4.5 hours getting it set up so it drives properly. So, I mean, for car choice, Gran Turismo's still got a huge car choice. I think it's only like Group 3, Group 4 cars in it, in PMR. I'm not sure. I've not looked into it. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But now with no VR and, you know, closer to the start, they'll probably take the spectator mode away. So, just like governments, isn't they? They promise you the world and then take it all away. And Rennsport is out in about 3 or 4 days. Yeah, Rennsport, that's the other one I've heard about. It's Rennsport that's got limited car choices. And not many tracks or something like that. Not many race tracks. So I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure if I'm dropping 50 to 70 pounds, as it seems like games are going for nowadays. Somewhere between 50 to 70. I'm not sure if I'm dropping my 70 spondoolies on that. I'll wait until the bargain bucket, when no one buys it and they drop it by about. In all fairness, I'm very sceptical about buying games on release. I've been burnt. Twice at least that I know. Fallout 76 was a hot bucket of mess, and ironically GT7 was a hot bucket of mess, and No Man's Sky. In all fairness, I bought No Man's Sky on release and I found that to be a huge disappointment, and now it's 10 years later or 9 years later, it's one of my favourite games. So these games can improve, but yeah, buying on release is a real risky job nowadays. I don't know. They want you to pay 70 quid to beta test their game for them for 3 months. It's wild. It's wild what's happening in the gaming industry, that they can sell half-finished games, and it's fine. That's the norm now. So yeah, I'm going to try not to buy anything on release anyway, until I've seen feedback and YouTube videos of people getting very excited about how broken something is. So we're coming up to the 15-minute mark. It's been lovely having this rant and whine about the gaming industry with you. Sorry. It really does boil my... grind my gears. Boil my eggs. Really does, the way that they can just release games and they're unfinished, and it doesn't seem to... Cyberpunk. I didn't buy it. I bought it when it was fixed. But, I mean, that game, for the longest of times, was absolutely broken. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how these new games go. Rennsport and PMS. Is it PMT? It's PMT I'm thinking of. Postmenstrual tension. So here we go then. We're off for another race. We need to change the racing to something to do with T. Project Motor Track. Evil Dragon then on that pole position with the medium tyres on. Jokerman chasing him down with the softs. Jokerman getting the softs out for his one and only shot of the season, and he's trying to go around the outside of the Dragon trying to close the door, and the Evil Dragon just about stays ahead, taking inspiration from Sid on those hard tyres. But Jokerman just too much on the softs. He's through, he's around, and he's got the inside now, and it's got to be Jokerman that takes the lead of the race. Evil Dragon in second, the Dash on hard tyres in third place, with McEwen also on those hard tyres, coming up to third, trying to take that position away from him. We got E. Graham
on softs as well. E. Graham opting for the softs. JW on the hards there, pushing E. Graham along. We've got Groot and Sid side by side. Sid on the mediums, Groot's on the hard tyre. Groot's lost all capacity of the car, and he's going for the slow way round of that corner. And Adam then comes through and says, "Oh yeah, what you doing? Yeah, we lost the full jaunt, or whatever his name was." Groot then, so we're down to 9 in this final race, and Joker Man at the moment on his soft tyres, blazing away, absolutely blazing for Joker Man. And Evil Dragon in second. He's on the medium tyres. E. Graham is the threat on the soft tyres. McEwen and the Dash, these are all on hard tyres except for Sid. Sid, we wanted to get through these guys pretty swiftly, like hot knife through a butter, but McEwen is not the kind you go through with a hot knife. The Dash then being a bit of a fly in the ointment, a thorn in the side of the Sid. Thorn in my side, you know that's all you ever were. So McEwen then losing it to the Dash. The Dash coming through in the eBay car, very strong on the hard tyres, but McEwen back up and into fourth, and Sid being very frustrated behind the pair of them on his medium tyres. This is how it felt for everyone behind you in race 1, Sid. So Joker Man out there in the lead, flying on his soft tyres, ladies and gentlemen. Evil Dragon some 1.5 seconds behind, and then we have E. Graham on his soft tyres coming in like a wrecking ball. Oh no, Smoking the Bandit's on. I might have to go. No, I'm joking. I think the jaunt's done with Gran Turismo until Spec 3. Wow, could you imagine taking such a dislike to a game? So Joker Man there in first place with Evil Dragon in second. E. Graham closing in on his teammate. He is on the racing soft tyres with McEwen in fourth. The Sid in fifth, with the Dash sixth at the moment. JW in seventh. He's on the hard tyre. Adams on the hard tyre in eighth, and the Groot struggling on his hard tyre in ninth. So Joker Man leads with E. Graham, getting ahead of Evil Dragon there. I imagine Evil Dragon didn't make that too difficult for his teammate, as E. Graham now 2.6 seconds behind Joker Man. But we did see that E. Graham got the fastest lap in, or he was, yeah, no, he may not have got the fastest. I think he did get the fastest lap in round 8. So here in round 9, E. Graham is going to be trying to close down that gap from Joker Man. Joker Man trying to maintain the pace. He's the fastest man out there at the moment. Evil Dragon in third. Sid has done away with the McEwen. He is on the medium tyres. McEwen on the hard tyres. And Sid, what is he going to do? Can he go and close up to the Dragon? We'll have to see. McEwen, though, keeping with the Sid, even on those hard tyres. Finding a little bit of traction, a bit of grip to keep him up to date. The Dash in sixth, ahead of JW, who's on the hard tyres, being chased by Adam, who's on the hard tyres. On board with Adam as he closes in on JW, battling for 7th and 8th here. Things looking very tense. They can see the Dash just ahead of them, and Adam having a look up the inside of JW, getting the move done, but JW still thereabouts, comes up the inside now, and Adam tries to get the switcheroo done, but not quite done, as JW still holding his line. Adam comes in, he goes a bit wide there, and JW back up the other side of him, and we've got some beautiful battling going on here between Adam and JW. absolute dicing, ladies and gentlemen, between the Pertec and eBay vehicles. Dash just ahead of them, with McEwen just ahead of him, 2 seconds up the road. Sid leaving McEwen behind and trying to close in on the Dragon. The Dragon last time around a 57.4, it said. 57.4, with Sid managing a 56.6, so much faster than Evil Dragon. Evil Dragon may be concerned. E. Graham matching the pace ahead of him, a little bit faster, some might say. A 55.8 versus the 56.1, but Jokerman does have a buffer. He can lose a tenth or two here or there. E. Graham, though, wanting the win. Evil Dragon in third, being caught by the Sid in the Ginsters. McEwen there at the moment, safe in fifth, with the Dash chasing him down. But the Dash has got Adam and JW coming through. Adam has made that move on JW. What a shame. We were watching them race as well. And JW doing a fantastic job keeping Adam behind. But somewhere along the line, Adam's got himself by. And Adam really playing a risky game with the dust here at Grand Valley. And they're closing in, though, on the Dash ahead of him. Dash again, late on the brakes, on those hard tyres, finding the grip impossible here at Grand Valley, as Adam starts harassing and haranguing his teammate. Jokerman leads the race by 2.5 seconds. E. Graham cannot crack that nut ahead of him. Too far ahead. They've pulled away from the Dragon, but Sid is closing in on the Dragon now. Sid is serious, ladies and gentlemen. Serious with a capital C. And Evil Dragon is just trying to cling on to that podium. We're on lap 4 of 10. 6 to go in this intense race. McEwen there in 5th, with Adam in 6th. We've got JW in 7th, but the Dash is coming in strong. So JW, Dash has dropped behind both of them. He was ahead of these guys. So Adam's moved up, and JW, Dash, did he have a penalty? Something went awry for the Dash there. He's coming back at the Adam. Not at the Adam, sorry, at JW. Though the Pertec, I should have said. He's coming back at the Pertec car. And Dash then getting himself back ahead of JW, as JW tries to find a kink in their armour. And he's trying to get around the outside of the Dash as they late break into the hairpin. And JW then sick of eBay cars, I'm sure. I'm sure he's sick of them. As he stares down the barrel of Adam as the flames come out the back of the Megane. And it's just absolutely the stuff that makes you go hard. So JW then all over the rear derriere of Adam, looking for a way past. He is faster, it seems. Faster at this point in the race. And Adam at the moment having to drive the mobile chicane out there. McEwen in 5th. We'll go back to this because I keep missing overtakes, don't I? So we'll stick with this, JW. But it looks like Adam has got back on top of the problem here and is handling the situation. JW 8 tenths behind. No, 3 tenths, sorry, behind. I'm all over the place, aren't I? With McEwen there in 5th, chasing down the Dragon. And Sid's caught the Dragon and got past him. I apologise. So Sid absolutely burning it today on the podium in every race. Winner of 1. Did he win 2? He won the first one. No, Adam won, didn't he? Yeah, Adam, they had that huge battle. But Sid not being off the podium here at Grand Valley, that is a huge haul of points for our boy Sid. Jokerman looking solid, but he has lost a second to E. Graham. E. Graham slowly but surely is pulling in Jokerman. Jokerman must be feeling the pressure now after losing a second to his competitor, and 4 laps still on the docket. Sid in 3rd with the Dragon, not leaving him alone. Evil Dragon staying very close, maybe too close for comfort there. I saw some dust getting kicked up, but everything seems okay here in 3rd. and 4th. We've got McEwen there in 5th. He's all alone. He's 3.5 seconds ahead of the Adam and 7 seconds behind the battle. He is the top hard tyre runner, with the top 2 on them softs, using their Joker card and using the one soft set of tyres they're allowed to use, as Adam nearly lost all control of the eBay Renault. And TalkSport's right there, JW on the money, checking him out. Jokerman is down to less than a second now. E. Graham really is starting to tighten the screws on the pressure cooker. And Sid there, 6.7 seconds. Sid with a full lock of sideways coming through the corner. And Evil Dragon must have loved seeing that. That was great. And E. Graham then trying to pick up a toe. 8/10 they need to be within to get that toe benefit. And he's definitely picking a toe up now, but not closing in that much on Jokerman. So, yeah, not worked for him this time around. So Jokerman maintaining position ahead of E. Graham. E. Graham, the fastest man on the tarmac at the moment, with Sid in 3rd, only half a second ahead of Evil Dragon. And the Evil Dragon's just done his own personal fastest lap of the race and is ready to do battle for that podium. McEwen in 5th all by himself. Adam has close company from the dash. Oh, JW's fallen behind the dash again. He's behind both eBay cars, and Groot is having a nightmare. It's dark where Groot is. It's dark. What's that? No, it's gone light again. How weird. So Jokerman leads from E. Graham. E. Graham getting out the fastest lap last time out, showing his intentions towards Jokerman. Sid there in 3rd, but he's got Evil Dragon for close company. Evil Dragon absolutely has driven like a legend in all 3 rounds this evening and hasn't got the dividends for it. So it's about time a podium came his way as he closes in with the toe. Has a look up the inside of the Sid. Does he not know this is Sid's speciality track though? And Evil Dragon is up and into 3rd. 7 laps to go, and the sun is virtually gone from... Oh no, it's just that bit. So Evil Dragon then elevates himself up and into 3rd place. And the Sid now has something to fight for. McEwen in 5th, still 3.5 seconds ahead of Adam, who's back ahead of JW as he has got back past the dash. The dash and JW side by side though, coming down towards the tunnel, with the dash just slightly ahead of Adam. No, JW. That's JW we're looking at, not Adam. Sorry. So the dash then just about staying ahead of the Pertec car, and JW then getting a slight toe, trying to get himself on the inside. Late break into the apex, try and get your man out there wide and get the position done. And that's beautiful there from JW, making the most of the Pertec car there, even on the hard tyres. Has gone for a beautiful overtake on the dash, but these two are swapping positions each time around. Adam, I heard some squealing, and now Dash trying to get the inside of JW. Does he get the better of him? JW should be on the inside for the next corner, and he is, and JW maintains 7th at the moment as he chases down 6th, but he's gone deep into that corner, and that is giving Adam had a bit of a moment. I don't know if it's because JW got in his way. He tried to avoid him and went into the wall, but somehow, some way, JW got a big squirrel on. Thought he'd lost the car a bit, and Dash, I think, had to make avoiding action and ended up putting it into the wall himself. The Groot is way off the pace here. It's not his track. Jokerman then has been caught by the Graham. And the Graham is gonna try and get himself a win in this event. But Jokerman also fancying the win. We've had Adam, we've had Sid, who is going to be our third winner of the evening. Jokerman or E. Graham, they've both opted for the Joker soft tyre. They're allowed to use a soft compound of tyre for at least one race. Just one race, not an event, but just one race throughout the whole season. And Jokerman and E. Graham both deciding this is the race they want to use the soft tyre at, and it's working to great effect for them. But E. Graham will feel it's a waste if he finishes in second place. You pick the soft tyre, you're picking it to win. Sid at the moment keeping Evil Dragon at bay, but Evil Dragon thinks he's broken the code of the Sid here at Grand Valley. It is an unlockable cheat that no one can get by, and Sid has the code, ladies and gentlemen. He is on it. But Evil Dragon fancies a way past the Sid before the end of this race. We're on the penultimate lap as we speak. Jokerman still ahead, tucked up behind the Jokerman, trying to find a way. They're going to come round here. He gets a good drive out of this corner, gets a toe down here. We've seen it done where they pull up alongside, but it looks like Jokerman got a good drive out of that corner as well. And E. Graham not able to do anything about Jokerman as they come through to the last sector, and then they'll be on the final lap. Sid still ahead of Evil Dragon. Evil Dragon keeping it close, keeping it real, with McEwen there in fifth, pulling away from the Adam at the moment. Adam has a nice little space between himself and JW, with the Dash down there as well in eighth, with a nice gap between himself and the Groot, who just isn't in this race at the moment on those hard tyres. Jokerman under threat then. Here we go, side by side down the straight as they go into the final lap. E. Graham gets his nose ahead. Jokerman's on the inside. So Jokerman should get... Oh, there was a little contact there from the pair of them. Nothing serious, ladies and gentlemen. So Jokerman and E. Graham duking it out, and they went for the move there. E. Graham ended up being slammed by the Jokerman, but he was trying to go around the outside. I don't think Jokerman did it on purpose. So Jokerman then leads the race with E. Graham chasing him down. Evil Dragons managed to get past Sid, but it's not done by any stretch of the imagination, because Sid very aggressive down the straight there against the Evil Dragon. An Evil Dragon looking to get his team a double podium here, with E. Graham just ahead, and Evil Dragon trying to keep Sid off from doing all three podiums today. And Sid giving it his all at the moment. McEwen safe in fifth. We've got Adam in sixth, pulling away from the JW. JW's going faster though. Maybe he wants to go on attack of Adam for the final lap. Jokerman then. Oh, we're not there yet. I thought that was the final straight. I was like, oh my word. Jokerman still ahead of E. Graham by 6/10. This could be it as they come into the final sector. You can't see how E. Graham's going to close up that gap before they get to the final lap, but E. Graham, by God, is going to keep trying if he can. Jokerman then comes around across the bridge up towards the tunnel to come through towards victory lane, and it looks like it's Jokerman who has got the job done here at Grand Valley in the final race. A great drive from Jokerman under a lot of pressure, takes the win ahead of E. Graham. Sid finally gets that position away from Evil Dragon, and it's Sid going for all three rounds on the podium. Great stuff from the Sid, fantastic points. And Evil Dragon bringing it home in fourth, best of the rest. McEwen in fifth place. A good drive, not much action from the reigning champion, and still more points being lost, he can see. On the hard tyres though, top hard runner. Adam comes home in sixth, ahead of JW in seventh, and the Dash in eighth. Them three having a mega race throughout that, and the Groot still running. He's got his hazard lights on, but he's not crossed the flag, so I'm guessing he's going under his own power, or he's on pause. So the Groot, we found a track he can't do. He's not very good at. He doesn't like the hard tyres around it. So Groot then bringing it on home to finalise, to cross the I's and dot the T's, and then we can call this round done. 7, 8 and 9, and we move onwards to the next race. So here comes Groot then over the bridge. He's still miles away. Joker Man, what a fantastic drive Joker Man did to get first. E. Graham gave it his all, closed that gap on the Joker Man, and nearly got by him. Sid, he's been battling, well, apart from the first race kind of came to him, but he's been battling ever since in the second and the third rounds. Great stuff. And there we go, Joker Man on the pole. Look at that. Look, he does his squats. He's got a pert little butt. Unbelievable. Very fit in the FSL, ladies and gentlemen. The foot and FSL, FTL, FTR. Bloody initials. They'll be the death of me. So here we go then. A look at those final positions for you. Joker Man takes the win with E. Graham coming home in second, but takes the fastest lap. Sid finishes on the podium for the third time in this event. Fantastic stuff from SCLD. Evil Dragon in fourth, gave him a run for his money, but SCLD came out on top. McEwen in fifth with Adam in sixth. JW in seventh with the Dash in eighth. 6, 7, 8th. Absolutely battling Royale. And the Groot is still running. He's still going round as we speak. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Full Throttle Racing Next Generation Touring Cars Revival. Round 7, 8 and 9. We are here live every Friday evening. You don't have to miss a single second before 8 p.m. in the UK time. We'll be starting our stream and watching these mad dudes in the Renaults going for gold. And what an absolute cracking races we've had this evening. A huge thank you to the Full Throttle Racing, the admins and the group, for all of their efforts bringing these races to us. And a huge thank you to our pilots, our pro sim racers, for taking part week in, week out, even on the bad ones. And a huge thank you to Vodka Rob. No, Vodka Rob as well. But anyone who watches this, a huge thank you to you. I appreciate you. You are as important as the people going around the track. Vodka Rob saying cheers, mate. And Vodka Rob saying always a pleasure. Okie dokie. I'll tell you where we are next week, but I don't know. I might be able to find it. I'm not on top. I'm not on top of this, am I? I'm usually better than this, and I apologise. Let me see. Here we go. No, because that just says race 2, race 3. Ooh, maybe I can go back. No. I will find it, and you will wait. We're not leaving until I have found it. I might make it up. I might just say we're at Trial Mountain next week and hope for the best. If it isn't, we're at Goodwood, maybe. Could be at Brands Hatch. No, I think they dropped Brands Hatch this season. I think everyone was all like, oh my God, how can we not do Brands Hatch? We always do Brands Hatch. So, do you know what? Oh, no, that's not a table. It's just any kind of calendar or anything. There's a lot of banter goes on in this message stream. No, I can't find it. I probably should have gone to Facebook. Oh, no, that's not got it. Ooh, no, that's not it. That's a table, but it's not it. No, I can't tell you. It'll be a nice surprise for you. You can sit there all week wondering what it's going to be until we get there, because I can't find it. So, yeah, sod it. We'll leave it as a surprise. Everyone loves an opening. So that's it. It's a huge thank you to everyone. I've said all that, and what a race. Fantastic stuff. Huge congratulations to Joker Man, Sid, and Adam on their wins this evening. But it's not all about winning. The rest of them have done an absolutely humongous job getting it around Grand Valley Highway in the Renault Megane. So, nothing left to say except for Turu. Peace and love. Peace and love.